Hello and welcome back to Tungsten Tales. Here for another Premier League preview. Night 3 of the Premier League is upon us in Dublin. We've already had Belfast and Glasgow, but the roadshow rolls into Ireland and Dublin for night 3. I'm here to preview the night's action and give my predictions for what's expected to be another spectacular night of action with the 8 Premier League stars. Before we get into this week's action, we've got a little bit of administration to do from Glasgow. So I predicted a Gerwen Price Luke Littler final, with Price to win that final. It wasn't a million miles off. Luke Littler did make the final on the night, with Gerwen Price going out in the semi-finals to Luke Humphries. Of course, Littler went on to win the evening's event. The lineup, as far as it goes in Dublin, is as follows. Luke Humphries, top of the league. He will take on close friend Stephen Bunting. Gerwen Price gets his shot at Luke Littler after just missing out last week in Glasgow. He gets it this week in Dublin. Rob Cross takes on Nathan Aspinall. They'll both be looking to get some points on the board. Aspinall, of course, yet to get off the mark. Michael Van Gerwen, he takes on Chris Doby in the final game at the bottom half of the draw. Predictions wise, we'll start at the top of the draw with Luke Humphries and Stephen Bunting. It's been a tough start in the Premier League after 8 years away for Stephen Bunting. Obviously, Humphries, as I say, top of the league as it stands, and I do think he will get the job done in Dublin. Obviously, missing the Pro Tour events on Monday and Tuesday. Feeling pretty fresh going into Dublin. Humphries, for me, will get the job done over Stephen Bunting, Gerwen Price, and Luke Littler up next. A really tough one to call. Price is in excellent form, but I think freshness is something that may play a part in this match. And Luke Littler, again, after missing those Players' Championship events, he may have a little bit more pep in his step. And for me, he will get the job done over Gerwen Price, despite the fact that I predicted Gerwen Price to defeat Luke Littler just a week ago in Glasgow. The third of the quarterfinals will be Rob Cross, and he will take on Nathan Aspinall. Aspinall still sort of seemingly having some issues with his throw. Rob Cross, a player in form at the moment, is really going under the radar. He's picked up a World Series title, he picked up a Pro Tour title as well, and really Rob Cross is someone who's really hit the ground running in 2025, and for me, he gets the job done over Nathan Aspinall. Final section of the draw, Michael Van Gerwen takes on recent Pro Tour winner Chris Doby. Doby was a player last year. He played a huge amount of darts, despite not being in the Premier League. He had to play an awful lot of Pro Tours. He was always on that European tour. And now he's back in the Premier League, so more darts than ever for Chris Doby. He takes on Michael Van Gerwen, who pulled out of Players' Championship 4 in the Netherlands, only 10 minutes down the road from MVG, so quite a little bit unsure as to why Michael Van Gerwen didn't participate in that one, but I'm sure we'll find out in the coming days and weeks. But sort of speculating that there might be some injury issues for Michael Van Gerwen. I will say Chris Doby, another man in form, much like Rob Cross, to get the win in that final quarterfinal matchup. So that leaves Luke Humphries against Luke Littler in the first semi-final. And after losing out to Littler last week, I think Luke Humphries will get the job done, get the revenge back on Luke Littler as a matchup we're going to be seeing God knows how many times in 2025. But we get to see it again in Dublin on Thursday night. And for me, Humphries will get the job done over Luke Littler and quite possibly extend his lead at the top of the Premier League table. Bottom half, Rob Cross and Chris Doby. Rob Cross, a man that, as I say, the form very much lies with him, especially on those TV stages. And I think he'll be the man to meet Luke Humphries in the final. So that leaves Luke Humphries and Rob Cross left to play the best of 11 final over in Dublin. And I think Rob Cross goes into that in a great frame of mind. He seems to be really enjoying his darts at the moment. There's not a huge amount of expectation on his shoulders in these Premier League events. He's probably not one of the players expected to make the playoffs, but with the form that he takes into the event in Dublin, I think he's got a real chance. Having said that, I think Humphries is the best player in the world at the moment. and I fully expect him to get the job done over Rob Cross in the final, if that is indeed going to be the final in Dublin. So I'll just run you through everything else you need to know ahead of night 3 of Premier League in Dublin. Everything kicks off 7 p.m. at the 3 Arena. Luke Humphries, I say, top of the league heading into this week. It will be broadcast on Sky Sports Darts from 7 p.m. All the matches, best of 11 legs as per usual. We play to a winner, and in my opinion, Luke Humphries will be that winner when 9 or when sort of 11-ish p.m. comes on Thursday night. Thank you very much for joining us once again on Tungsten Tales. Don't forget to get your predictions in the comments below. We'll be back hopefully with some interviews from the night in Dublin and the following week with more Premier League action from Exeter and then the UK Open over in Minehead as well. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys very, very soon.